Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. What if I told you a year ago that we'll all still be stuck in our homes? Well, for a little over a year now, the world has been in an alert situation. As we all know, public places are setting limits to their visitors. And of course, for us as students, some of us are still forced to learn from home. Hi, I'm Abdurrahman Abqary, a 12th grader from Tindana Senior High School, Mandao. I would like to say thank you to the honorable judges and committees for letting me have this opportunity. Today, I would like to present a speech about why prioritizing vaccine distributions for the educational sector is important to ensure quicker recovery of the educational system. Ladies and gentlemen, I actually enjoy going to school. Well, maybe a little bit too much. I get involved in quite a few extracurricular activities, like English Club, for example. Back when I was in 10th grade, I picture myself going to different competitions in different universities such as UGM. I've always wanted to experience the thrills of participating in different competitions. I also wanted to meet a whole lot of new people, and maybe just a few people to form a small friend group with. But with the whole pandemic thing, it has really bummed my high school expectations. I mean, I can't even hang out with my friends anymore. Being away from school taught me that sometimes being surrounded by the people who annoys you is a good thing. Thus being the reason why I miss going to school. And as of now, it is not looking so good. Just a few weeks ago, Indonesia hit its all-time high COVID case with around 54,000 people that tested positive in one day. Of course, this raises concerns throughout the whole country. The government decided that it was best to put high-level restrictions in certain areas that are highly infected. This taking part means that I can pretty much say bye-bye to school. Well, there was hope. In early July, Mr. President Joko Widodo announced that Indonesia will be allowing certain vaccines to be given to 12 to 17-year-old kids. Of course, this got me all hyped up. It gave me a tad bit of hope of coming back to school. Or so I thought. Within days, the vaccine was gone. And living in a small town doesn't really help. However, I believe all of us agrees that education is very important for a nation. Education, I mean all forms of education from elementary level to the college level. In the educational sector, we put the future of Indonesia first. Now, what will happen if the education in our country is paralyzed due to the inability of the state to provide education for its children? It could lead to future generation crisis, human resource crisis, even future leader crisis. Nonetheless, educational process must continue. And it has been brought to our attention that online teaching does not produce effective online learning for its children. Many students still face troubles in terms of media such as gadgets, Wi-Fi, mobile data for cell phone users, as well as in terms of enjoyment or effectiveness of the learning process. From this statement, we can learn that a face-to-face teaching and learning process is most suitable for humans. Based on these considerations, it must be aware by both central government and every education providers out there, in order to ensure the teaching and learning process must be returned to the most effective way, a face-to-face method. Of course, in current conditions, in order for a face-to-face education to occur, it is necessary to ensure that every single student out there must get the COVID-19 vaccine immediately. With that in mind, we must also note that the COVID-19 vaccine is not a solution to get rid of COVID-19. However, it will help minimize the transmission of the virus and also reduce the risks of harm to students if they are exposed. the risks becomes no longer lethal, no longer fatal. Now, if all students have been vaccinated, the school must be given the authority to organize a face-to-face learning process. Just like other vaccinations that have been given in schools, COVID-19 vaccinations in particular at this period of time is more than necessary. So, at the moment, COVID-19 vaccination must be a top priority by all COVID-19 task forces, or as we call them, Satgas COVID-19, everywhere, anywhere. Because this is the highest concerns for the future of our nation. I believe that once every student has received the vaccine, our educational sector will surely heal. Of course, with the help of the government's permission to reinstate school learning system. Now, this decision is now in the hands of the government. This will surely need to be taken under their consideration. So, to sum up, by prioritizing vaccines for students, it will help our educational sector heal faster. Once our educational process goes back to its most effective way, a face-to-face learning method, it will not stop producing bright young minds of Indonesia. And of course, they will lead Indonesia to a better future and a more advanced one. That is all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.